Good morning. This is Kelloland on the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A former child care worker accused of raping a little girl is back behind bars facing new charges. Authorities originally arrested 18-year-old Carter Ronke in April. In that case, he was charged with rape and sexual contact with a child at a Sioux Falls daycare.
He was released on bond, but that bond has been revoked. Authorities recently arrested Ronke in an unrelated case. He's charged with stalking and harassing a woman. In a petition for a protection order, the victim wrote that he made threats and tried to run her off the road. A parolee is accused of repeatedly ramming a stolen car into a police car. Two Sioux Falls detectives pulled up behind 32-year-old Robert Lewis Jr. Monday night along North Minnesota Avenue.
When they turned on their lights, police say Lewis backed up into them 3 times before driving off. Officers later found him on the southwest side of town.
We're able to locate him outside of an apartment complex there. A short foot chase took place, and they were able to take him into custody without further incident.
Lewis faces multiple charges, including assault on law enforcement and being a former violent offender with a gun. More troubles for a former South Dakota insurance salesman. Gary King of Cypress Risk Management is being sued for allegedly collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars in insurance premiums from student athletes, but never remitted those dollars to insurance providers.
King is part of a group that has an interest in the Midnight Star Casino in Deadwood. He's also a major participant in Rushmore Gaming. On Tuesday, the State Commission on Gaming revoked the Deadwood gambling license that had been issued to King.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning there, Perry. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at another hot day today. Temperatures in the 80s to near 90 degrees for afternoon highs. A little cooler across western South Dakota. Rapid City will come in at around 82 for a high temperature with a partly cloudy sky. Rain chances start to go up in eastern Kettleland just in time for the weekend. Along with it, we'll watch for cooler weather. In fact, we may be stuck in the 60s in western South Dakota. More details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. U.S. Representative Dusty Johnson says his bill to protect the Wounded Knee Massacre Memorial has passed out of committee.
Leaders of the Oglala Sioux and Cheyenne River Sioux tribes testified in the Natural Resources Subcommittee on Indian Affairs. Last week, the bill would memorialize the land where hundreds of Lakota were massacred by the U.S. Army. Governor Kristi Noem is once again without a chief of staff. Mark Miller is the latest to step down from the position in the Noem administration.
Miller announced his plan in an email to various members of Noem's senior staff and her cabinet. Miller joined Noem's staff in 2020 as legal counsel. He is returning to Florida, where he has accepted a position with a nonprofit. And the Sioux Falls Public Health Director has resigned from his position. According to a statement from the city's Director of Human Resources, Dr. Charles Chima's last day was Monday.
Chima was hired nearly 2 years ago as the Public Health Director. He trained and worked as a primary care physician in Nigeria. He has a Master of Science in Epidemiology from the University of London and a Doctor of Public Health degree in Health Services Organization. The proposed Jacobson Plaza in downtown Sioux Falls is another step closer to reality. Last night, the Sioux Falls City Council heard first readings on a few ordinances that involve the approval of extra funding from the city and agreements with private donors.
The total cost of the Jacobson Plaza is projected at $16.5 million. $8 million of that is from private investments from the Jacobson and Lloyd families, as well as T. Denny Sanford. It's the largest private investment in Sioux Falls park system history.
There's so many families here that really give back to this community. They've been around here forever. And the Jacobsons, I mean, the Lloyds, of course, have, how many things have they been involved with over the years here in downtown. But yeah, it's just good to see big hearts and people who really care about and want to give back to their community. And again, projects that are going to serve this community for months and years to come and year round.
Those donations are contingent on the City Council approving $3 million for the project to move forward, which would come out of an $11.8 million surplus of sales use tax money left over from last year. It's set to be voted on next week.
A young businessman is helping raise money for a new swimming pool in Canton. 8-year-old Cooper Fossum opened the Candy Shack in his front yard. He's selling sweets and snacks, and thanks to customers and donors, he's raised hundreds of dollars so far.
People I know a lot, and some people that I'm just meeting.
Cooper is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. He's at this corner of Sanborn Street and Lynn Avenue.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get our last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Well, as we look at our weather update today, it looks like a nice day to be outside and, well, 80s later today after the 50s this morning. We are expecting even a couple of 90s to show up. So we'll probably actually outperform some of these numbers later today on the actual highs for the afternoon. Rain chances pretty limited yet today, although the far west might see some of this activity drifting in from Wyoming and parts of Montana. I would say whatever does develop in the west will kind of regroup, and then tomorrow a better shot that will kick off some showers and thunderstorms. And then as that happens, yes, that'll impact your temperatures in Rapid City back into the Black Hills. Notice there are some radar trends into central Ketherland as we begin to move this disturbance a little bit more into some favorable conditions for showers and thunderstorms. Sioux Falls, I'd kind of hold off. Let's see if Friday we might have a shot at getting a few of those cells to move east. And if that doesn't happen, well, guess what? We're going to have another chance of this on Saturday. And now Saturday certainly is looking a little healthier, especially west and south of Sioux Falls in the late afternoon and evening. There'll be a collection of showers and thunderstorms. And then here we go again on Sunday. There'll be another chance of showers and thunderstorms as we kind of stall this system. And just because of where this thing stalls over our area, we're probably going to be a recipient of at least some moisture. And I think that'll help the math a little bit here on some of the departures. We'll see how it pans out, but it's worth your attention there. 90 today in Huron, 90 degrees in Aberdeen, 90 also in Pierre. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. As the rain chances go up, the temperature will go down at least a little bit. 82 on Saturday. We may have to keep the door open to cutting the high on Sunday into the 70s if we ramp up this rain chance anymore. And then once the rain clears Monday, Tuesday, we're back in the upper 80s and near 90 again. So it's not as if we're really bringing in a lot of cool weather. It's just we do have some rain chances that'll affect some of these temperatures off and on through the weekend. Now, Aberdeen will beef up that rain chance on Friday. We'll probably keep it around Saturday into Sunday. At this point, I'm more inclined to say Watertown, a little higher chance of that lingering into Sunday. Now, in Pierre, of course, we start things a little faster on Thursday, but we end the chances of rain a little faster as well on Saturday. And then, of course, like everybody else, I think there's probably a window of pretty hot weather, even for Rapid City to get back to 88. That's a pretty big deal. It's been a cooler start to the spring and summer here in the Black Hills. So looks like some warmer weather is around the corner. Check out the complete details online at ketherland.com.